But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Puck handle there by Bobrovsky to evade the forecheck of Bertuzzi.
Forsling scans the outlet to Bennett through center. On the hop across the line. Drops one to Marchand. That wrist shot blocked. Finds its way to Ekblad. With a drive into the glove of Spencer Knight. As Green digs into the corner. Mikkola with his long reach moves the puck. Swept out tape to tape. Marchand to Verhaeghe. Across the line 2-on-1 with Bennett. Bennett shoots. Save made by Knight. A terrific save. Sliding to his left to rob his old teammate. As Forsling plays along to Verhaeghe. And it's back into the offensive zone for the Panthers. But that, the first golden opportunity really for either team. And Bennett brings it across. Marchand floats it towards the net. Knight able to knock it out of midair with Reinhart lurking.
Really good job by Spencer Knight tracking low with that left pad.
Seth Jones cruises forward. Reinhart is the trailer. Snaps one to Bennett. Onside to Marchand. Played back to the point. Walking in Jones. Shoots. Save made. The rebound. Held. Blocked in front. Ekblad crashing the net. And a nice setup on the secondary opportunity from Reinhart. Knight was ready. Patiently plays it to the far half wall. And now it's outletted. And a step moving in. Nazar to breakaway. Scores! The first goal of the season to Frank Nazar on the breakaway. And the Blackhawks on the road have the early lead.
This is where puck handling comes in. Spencer Knight is the key. Watch him behind the net. Head up. Clean. He evades the first forechecker, goes indirect, and that's what spurs a nice little unselfish play by Tyler Bertuzzi that springs Nazar. And Nazar has breakaway speed. It's on full display as he snaps it past the glove. 1-0 Blackhawks. Remember that.
The roommates said yes, and then they realized the printer was out of ink. The deadline to sign the contract was 4 in the afternoon, and at 3:55 they finally found a printer with ink.
No commission for his teammate there.
At all.
No commission.
No, that's too much stress. But I think with $46 million now they can avoid a couple of ink.
Absolutely.
They'll be able to afford what they need. Nazar scores the first goal of the season. Swatted towards the net, blocked in front on the doorstep. Score! The Panthers answer, and it's the fourth line. Poking it home. A.J. Greer. We're tied at 1.
This is all about game management. Watch A.J. Greer with speed. A little chip to space and then get on his horse, number 10 in red. You don't see him, but now he's going to go underneath the coverage like a real good wideout in football and get that separation and stays in motion. Watch him. Nobody's down there. Nobody's got a body on him. And he forces this one through Spencer Knight. Florida.
Seth Jones drops. Sam Bennett carries. Plays catch with Reinhart across the line. Marchand couldn't catch up to that puck, but takes it away. Marchand to the backhand. Roofs it, and it's stopped by Knight. Brad Marchand got to the backhand and tried to elevate the puck over Spencer Knight, but he read it and made another good save.
Shu, you can't teach or buy anticipation. I want you to watch Marchand hounding. There he is once again, forehand, backhand, making something out of nothing.
2 goals in the 10 games he played in the regular season for the Panthers, but then 6 goals in the finals.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
Unreal.
Shot, score! Shorthand side as Verhaeghe is able to beat Knight, stuffing one home on the power play, and the Panthers have the lead.
Well, here's another look at that play, and Spencer Knight goes for the poke check. He's got it, but he's a little bit out of sorts, but he regains his post only to lose his footing.
Chips it out, kept alive out of midair by Ekblad. He knocks over Greer as Forsling glides back and now accelerates.
They're going to go.
And now the gloves drop. Foligno and Greer.
2 tough customers here. Oh.
They want to go, and they're not done yet.
Nope. There's more there. Foligno over the top. Greer trying to get that right arm free. Foligno with a little uppercut. That's a great tilt to start the season. First one in the books. Players on both benches tapping their sticks. Great intensity there. And see, you just asked me about Foligno. There's that leadership.
Florida penalty number 10. Chicago penalty number 17. 5 minutes each for fighting.
There's a call from referee Kelly Sutherland, but you just asked me about that shoe. And this is about sensing the time of the game. Nick Foligno says, okay, hey, you want this? Hey, we're down one. Give me one. Let's go. Greer willing. Great job by both these two here at center ice to kick off the start of the NHL season.
Now hockey's back.
Absence back. You're back too.
Chopped and Bedard chases. Winds it around the boards. Burakovsky lets it flow through. Donato skates onto it. Tried to chip it up on the shelf. Bedard picks it free out in front. Shot just wide by Burakovsky. Great stick by Bedard as he almost one-touched it for a Burakovsky tally across the line. Marchand plays it in the corner. Gave it away. Kaiser with some room. Gets a return from Levshunov. Levshunov. He gave it away. And now Marchand has it. Delayed a bit. Gets some help across the line. Marchand. He is met shoulder to chest by Levshunov.
The big hit by the youngster Levshunov.
A bouncing pass. Now taken by Teuvo Teravainen. And he will retreat to Grzelcyk and get a return.
Nice play by Grzelcyk there too.
Nazar with a one-touch lead for Teravainen. The turnover though. Moving in. Lundell has room. Shoots. Hit the post. Mikheyev protects it from Samoskevich. Floats it behind the net. Missed the stick of Del Mastro. All the way around to Doc. Couldn't clear the zone. Close to Rainen. Tried to keep it onside, but Mikheyev a takeaway. Mikheyev a breakaway. Save Bobrovsky. He robbed Ilya Mikheyev, who nearly took a Panthers turnover and put it in the net. Anton Lundell. He hit a post in the first period as well. Nice outlet. Nazar off the one-touch from Bertuzzi. Across with Teravainen. Feeds it to him. Shoots. Save Bobrovsky. No score. It found the back of the net. Oh, it looked like Bobrovsky may have gotten it with the blocker, but Teravainen is able to sneak it home to tie the game at 2.
This is exactly what I just touched upon. Quick exits out of the D zone. And it's Tyler Bertuzzi board play. Great board play by him to just beat that transition. And watch him feed the transition. And here's Teravainen, who is a lefty on the left side. Nazar righty on the right side. Beautiful pass, even better finish. But this whole play was engineered by that quick exit and breakout.
Lundell lost it to Burakovsky, banked up on top. Levshunov plays one across. Donato settles it down. Donato eyes the net. Levshunov instead. Right back on the flank. Levshunov a return. Long wrist shot. Save made in front by Bobrovsky.
And that hit Reinhart up high.
As they tried to clear the puck, it went right up into the face of Reinhart, and he immediately dropped to the ice.
Fortunately, he's up to his feet, but there looks to be a gash as I see him skate through. It's just on his bottom lip. The puck hit him square. Fortunately, it wasn't up higher in the face and the nose or the eyes, but he'll go down the walkway and get immediate attention from the medical staff of the Panthers here.
Prediction is he won't be gone for long.
Correct. There's another look at that set play, and the backhand by Seth Jones. It ramps off the stick of Doc, and you could see it hit Reinhart square in the mouth. And
the one touch by Greer couldn't get it past Levshunov. Ryan Green in the left wing corner. It's banked back on top. Kaiser has shot blocked by Gadjevich. Kept alive by Levshunov. Contact in the crease. Bobrovsky ended up in the net. Now picks his stick back up. Long shot blocked before it got through to Bobrovsky. And that hurt a Panther in front.
It's Rodriguez. He's down.
Rodriguez is hurt.
Rodriguez is under a ton of duress. And out comes the Panthers trainer. So keep in mind, Reinhart had to get repairs already. And Rodriguez is in a ton of pain, as you can see. And oh no, if you're the Florida Panthers, and right now he's unable to put any weight on his right leg. if you're looking at it at home, it's the left one, but he's being escorted by Greer and Kulikov. And as he gets to the bench, he put a little more weight on it, but he's in a ton of pain. And Bobrovsky's fortunate that after being entangled that he's okay as well. Just prior to that sequence, it looks like Bobrovsky's okay, but Rodriguez being helped down the walkway, and it's the initial shot by Kaiser. And it gets deflected, and it hits him right on the inside of the knee. And as a former goalie, I can tell you that is a very painful spot.
Sit back up top. Levshunov across. Kaiser a wrister. That deflects wide. Lafferty has it. Banks it right back up to Levshunov. Kaiser again eyes the net. This time softly behind. Skated onto by Lafferty.
Good shift here by the Hawks.
Towing the line. Long wrister from Kaiser into the chest protector of Bobrovsky.
Great job.
Marchand escapes, and now he'll rag it right back out to center on the back pedal. It is handled by Kulikov, and it's the length of the ice all the way around past Knight.
Good
Centering pass, fluttered just wide of Knight. Right on the doorstep was Cunnin. Start the game as Mikola's shot blocked on the way in. It looked like it hit the skates of Verhaeghe. But Blashill said when you want to change the culture,
yes,
your best players have to be the ones that not only do it with buy-in, but set the example.
Absolutely.
And right now, Connor Bedard, he feels is actually the best example setter in the organization for how they want this culture to change.
That's impressive.
Kept alive by Nazar to the corner. Sam Reinhart, by the way, not only back on the bench, he's back on the ice. So both Panthers forwards make their return. Bertuzzi checked by Jones behind. Banks it up top. Rinzella one-timer. That was blocked before it got through to Bobrovsky, who's without his stick. Mikkola retrieves it for him as the Blackhawks have the puck. Nice little pirouette by Rinzel to protect it.
Nice play by Rinzel.
Grizzlick across. Tried to drop to Donato and does. That wrist shot blocked by Jones. Jones the takeaway. And he lifts it clear.
It can be daunting, that's for sure.
Too funny.
Absolutely.
Kaiser checked hard behind the net by Gadjevich. Greer throwing his body around as well. Out to the neutral zone. Doc protects the puck. He absorbed contact, and that allowed the dump in by Green. Bobrovsky plays it.
Good touch.
Handled by Cunnin. Rolling puck off the stick of Greer. Nice play by Connor Murphy to take it away and bank it out to the neutral zone. Bennett through center with speed across the line. Backhands one, moving in. Reinhart save made with the pad by Knight as Verhaeghe drove the net, and Knight was able to get the left toe out and make a terrific save. Verhaeghe an outlet. Carried again by Bennett through center with Marchand on his left. Marchand across the line, drops it to Bennett. Bennett trying to feed it back to Marchand. The intercept by Connor Murphy. Possible 2-on-1 the other way. Bedard across the line. Bedard to the backhand to the forehand. Save made by Bobrovsky. A terrific crossover by Bedard, and Bobrovsky said no. Look off. Dealt deep behind the net. Cunnin takes a shoulder from Kaiser. Petrie has the puck. Thought about a one-timer. Cunnin the one touch instead. Put it behind the net. Down in front. Gadjevich turns around and wants to exact some retribution as Greer is hurt.
Wow. Greer still down on all fours and just trying to kind of breathe his way through it. Looks as though he may have, he's able to get to his feet now and take another look at that momentarily. And you can see it there as Levshunov and him. Here it is better from, oh yeah, and you could see Levshunov with that right leg forward on Greer, and fortunately Greer able to regain his feet and skate off. No call on the play as you see Greer just stretching.
Dock the outlet. Some speed across the line. Gets a return. Save Bobrovsky. Kicked the left leg out. Wow. And was able to get in position. 3-on-2 the other way. Jones goes to the net. Shen trying to get it back to him. Jones crashes in the corner. It's around for the chop out by Bedard. And a Bobby chant goes up here at Amarant Bank Arena for Sergei Bobrovsky. Rodriguez to himself along the wall. A wrister into the glove of Knight, and he will hold on with 25 seconds to go in the period. Right back on the attack to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe centers one, trying for the return to Kulikov. That was broken up by Mikheyev. Verhaeghe reverses. Marchand centers. Bennett into the skates of Rinzel, I believe. Not sure it found its way to the pads of Knight. Mikheyev all by his lonesome and protects it as best he can from Mikkola and does a good job waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Now the pressure picks up with the forecheck of Lafferty.
That's a great chance there for the Panthers. Point blank, too. Right on the doorstep.
Spinorama on the outlet by Jones. That shot off the blocker of Knight. 56.
Incredible.
Nico Mikkola ahead to Marchand, who controls. Marchand center, swept at by Verhaeghe. And it hopped off his stick. Bennett tees it up. Fluttering shot goes wide. Mikkola hammers down the boards. Sends behind the net. Grzelcyk to Mikheyev. Tries to outlet. There's Marchand. Gave it away. Burakovsky, though, had his pocket picked by Seth Jones on the back check to bail out Marchand.
Nice.
How much will this Panthers penalty kill as the season goes on miss Barkov?
Yeah,
well,
that's massive. Absolutely.
Bedard with a drop. Rinzel a handle. Nazar right back to Bedard. Or rather, Teravainen along the goal line. It is Nazar now straight away. They work it around to Bedard. Tied up by Jones. Puts it behind the net. Mikkola is there. Frees it up. Taken right back by Nazar.
Good play by Nazar.
Teravainen at the half wall. To Rinzel. That's blocked into the face of Lundell. It caromed right up under his visor.
Yeah. And luckily for him, yeah, there's no damage under there, at least from this. I'm going to see if I could catch him on the skate by. Here's another look at it. And Rinzel, this goes right off the stick and ricochets into the visor. Yep, I just saw Lundell, and as he got on the bench, he's okay. Fortunately for him, we root for the health and safety of all the players.
10.5 minutes to go in regulation time. Lafferty guides it in. Forsling gets to the puck first, softly off the end boards to himself. The outlet to Rodriguez, center circle. Cross corner it goes. Leaning in, Samoskevich out in front. Score! Tipped home by Boquist. Out of midair from the Samoskevich feed. The Panthers have the lead.
Every coach harps on breakouts in the D zone. A perfectly executed one here for Paul Maurice's Panthers. And then a little indirect play to Speed. This is absolutely perfectly executed. And how about the hands by Boquist? It's game one here in the National Hockey League. It's playoff time in Major League Baseball. Cup final last year, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. High character, good penalty killer for them.
Belmaster off the boards. Ekblad keeps it alive. In behind the net, Bennett tries to pivot away from Murphy. And Murphy just denies him with a hand to the chest. That shot whistles in from Marchand.
Good physical matchup with Bennett and Murphy. And Murphy not running from that matchup. That's impressive.
And Murphy now to the puck away from Bennett.
Okay.
Forsling. Played it to the half wall. Burakovsky puts it deep, hoping for Mikheyev. Played instead by Ekblad, skated onto by Nazar. Centering pass ends up at the blue line and breaking back the other way. The Panthers through center, Verhaeghe on the backhand. Verhaeghe off the outside of the net.
Whoa.
He got fourth line for the Blackhawks on the ice. The Panthers change and respond with theirs as well. Save made through traffic by Bobrovsky with the stick. The long wrister from Murphy. And it's out to the neutral zone. Greer, a steal. Gadjevich moves in, centering pass. Save made by Knight. Puts it right back in behind Bobrovsky. Around to Rodriguez. Checked by Doc. Digging in is Samoskevich. It's a 2-on-2 battle as time bleeds off the clock with the Panthers on top by one. Freed up to Kaiser with a step. Kaiser into the slot. Left shot off towards the net. Save Bobrovsky. And the rebound off his pad as well. Shoveled back towards the net. Bobrovsky held firm.
Two good stops there.
Dickinson to Levshinov. Into the glove of Bobrovsky, and he will settle it and get out to the bench. Renzel.
Here he comes.
And now he can't wait any longer.
No.
Nazar drops. Bedard carries. Net empty for the Blackhawks. Bedard finds a trailer. Teravainen shoots. Save Bobrovsky. And the rebound put right behind Bobrovsky. Bedard tried to bank one in. Teravainen. Bedard drops and Renzel carries it again into the slot. Gets a return. Shoots just wide. Around to Connor Bedard. Half minute to play. Teravainen eyes the net. At the half wall. Into the bumper and gets a return. Down. Backdoor pass Bertuzzi.
Nice play.
And that was deflected by Forsling.
They got to attack here, Chicago.
Close to Rainen. Knocked that puck down. 12 seconds to go. One more chance on the hard around by Bertuzzi. Foligno on the forecheck. Forsling looks to move it. 6 seconds to go. Stopped by Renzel. He couldn't keep it onside. And Chicago will run out of time. And the Panthers will win on opening night as the Rats fly here at Amerant Bank Arena. And Bobrovsky. And the Panthers off to a 2-point start.